Listen.
Yes, sir.
Promises. Make promises. Just keep promises. Whatever you anytime you ever think you want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. But don't tell the world.
What you want?
Yes, you can.
Hey.
I don't want to get on
Well, give it to me. If you ain't getting to her,
What's up, YouTube? In today's video, we got somebody that we shouldn't even be talking about on these allegations that's going on. As y'all can see by the title, y'all see what's going on, man. And this is crazy, bro. I just hope, like, whatever we finna get into is not true. I don't know, bro. Like, ain't no way, bro, because this nigga supposed to be, oh, he don't like rats, this and that and this. But you know how these street niggas is, man. How they don't like snitches. And then they saying you snitch, my guy. So what's going on here, man? We finna go ahead and see, man. Bro, make sure y'all like, subscribe. Let's get into it.
Nobody to blame but himself. He's learning two really important lessons simultaneously at the same time. One lesson that he's currently learning today, the streets is dumb and the rules of the streets are stupid. And the second lesson he's learning is exactly what damn near everybody in the history of Earth has learned. And that's witch hunts are disastrous. Witch hunts are not good for anyone because they're not sustainable. Witch hunts usually and almost certainly blows up in your face. You see, when there was a Salem witch hunt, you know why it didn't work? The same reason why the rules of the streets don't work. There's too many gray areas. When people, were being arrested and persecuted for being a witch, what was the criteria? How do you prove the person was a witch? Because they walked funny, because they talked funny. It was too gray area. People at some point were just making up things.
This is how I became the most productive version of myself. Before, I used to scramble through meetings halfway.
And that usually blows up in your face because once there becomes no criteria to be a witch and the only criteria is an accusation, well, eventually everybody becomes a witch and everybody gets persecuted. Same reason, when we were out here sending communists to internment camps. There was no real criteria. There was no real way for us to dictate who the communists are. They just sent 120 Japanese people in 1942 to internment camps with no clear definition of if they were really communists or not. When it comes to the streets, there's no clear definition of what a snitch is. Some people say a snitch is if you ever gave the police any information whatsoever. Some people say if you gave information that led to an arrest. Some people say if you talk to the police at all. Some people say you could snitch on dead people to get off. Some people say you can't snitch on dead people. Some people say you could tell if it's a self-defense case. Some people say you can't tell if it's a self-defense case. It's too many gray areas. And what we're currently seeing is,
if it's a self-defense case, why wouldn't you say something to defend yourself? You think you just about to kill somebody? I mean, with the self-defense shit, if you have to defend yourself, you call the police, but you tell them you will give them more information when you speak to your lawyer. Do you go speak to your lawyer, boom, 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 and go from there? What is you snitching on? What the fuck? You gonna snitch on yourself? I don't know. That's stupid, though.
There's an incentive right now for a witch hunt. There's an incentive for YouTubers and other people to make videos, do as much research as possible, trying to find anyone with some type of gray area there so they could make money on their YouTube channel by calling people snitches. Same thing in the streets, right? There's an incentive for if you don't like somebody, you could use a gray area and get them labeled a snitch and pretty much ruin their public reputation. In the likes of Young Thug, what Young Thug did was he don't like Gunna. So what he did, he labeled Gunna a snitch. He told a lot of important rappers like Lil Durk and Lil Baby, who could have been some really pivotal collaborators for Gunna, but he got out of jail. Gunna's a rat. We don't like Gunna. And it was the good old boys club in the industry pointing at Gunna saying, he's a rat. We don't like him. Gunna didn't write a statement on someone. Gunna didn't give the police anything that was used in Young Thug's trial. But because Gunna pled guilty and Gunna did a routine plea deal that everybody does, Gunna was labeled a snitch by Young Thug. Young Thug criteria was, I don't care if it wasn't used against me. You pled guilty and said YSL is a gang. You saved yourself and you left us for dead. Well, in the case of Young Thug and Gunna, the criteria is if you tell the police anything, it's snitching. Young Thug has now found himself in a situation where he's dealing with his own snitching accusations. And I'll be real, when you hear what Young Thug says, if we're going by Young Thug's own criteria, then Thug is a rat.
Man who shot up tour buses belonging to rapper Lil Wayne pleaded guilty and accepted a 10-year prison sentence. He had until today to take a deal. Channel 2's Cobb County Bureau Chief Roscoe live outside the courthouse with why the DA's tough stance on gang cases may have persuaded the gunman to take the deal.
Man known on the streets as PeeWee or Roscoe will spend 10 years in prison. The district attorney here in Cobb County believes the gang problem is getting out of control in Cobb and really the metro. We told you about a case last week in which his office asked the judge for a 350-year sentence in another gang case. So it's likely,
bro, 350-year sentence. What be in these prosecutors, these judges' mind to even try to sentence somebody 300 years? Like nobody's living past that time. So like, what is in your mind that we're gonna get this man 350 years? Like what? He not even gonna live that long. Just get that man like 99 more. Just put 99 on that bitch. He probably not even gonna live to that. God damn, boy, y'all be shit.
Winfrey saw the writing on the wall.
I think it was best for the client to do this and avoid the massive risk if he would lose even on a single count in this case.
Manny Aurora believes his client, Jimmy Winfrey, could have beaten most of the 27 charges in the indictment, but the prosecutorial mood against gangs and gang members in Cobb County is tough.
Anytime you say the word gang and there's an African-American individual, prejudices.
Lil Wayne tour bus getting shot up in Atlanta while he's beefing with Young Thug and Birdman at the time. Bro, everybody and their mama knew that Young Thug and Birdman was involved. Detectives knew they were involved, which is why they spoke to Young Thug about this. And the interrogation footage, audio, I should say. The interrogation audio from Young Thug being questioned about this actually resurfaced. And it makes Young Thug look crazy. So the police was actively investigating Birdman as well because they put out documents and correspondence alleging they have reasons to believe that, that Birdman and Young Thug solicited, the PeeWee Roscoe to do this, right? They even mentioned how Roscoe was on the phone with Birdman like minutes after the shooting. So the police have always been pointing fingers at Birdman and Young Thug. Well, mostly Birdman, I should say. Well, during the interrogation of Young Thug, which by the way was voluntary, Young Thug voluntarily showed up to go through this interrogation, right? He didn't have to do it, he voluntarily did this. But during the interrogation, the police began to ask Young Thug about Birdman's and Lil Wayne's beef. Which, if they're asking you about their beef, at the same time, they are putting out correspondence, they believe Birdman is involved, you should stay quiet. You should stay silent. Right. By Young Thug's definition of what a rat is. Well, Young Thug proceeded to break down the public things we knew in such a, Young Thug and Wayne is having money issues. But then Young Thug draw the police attention to lyrics by Lil Wayne, where Lil Wayne is alleging he's at war, and if Birdman comes for him, he's gonna go out like a Scarface or Tony Montana. Young Thug told the police, hey, did y'all know Lil Wayne made a song on this mixtape a few months ago, before the shooting, that if Cash Money and Birdman come for him, he's gonna go out like Tony Montana. And he's aware that Birdman has an army. Why would Young Thug say this to the police?
Come to find out, him and Birdman got problems because he old. Because on the mixtape that he dropped before that album, he said on one of the songs, he was like, I don't want no problems, I just want my money. Birdman is an army, I'm a one-man army. And if that nigga coming for me, I'm going out like Tony. He said those exact words.
Who is Tony? Tony Montana. Scarface. I know Scarface. See.
Like Birdman is an army.
That don't look too good, my guy. But I don't know, cause it's like, why did you say that? Why did you tell them that? Now they gonna have a reason to, cause they already suspect he did it, and then you feel me? You still stirring them to that direction that Birdman did it, cause of what Lil Wayne said, like that they're beefing. Like you did not have to tell them he's gonna go out like Tony. Like they didn't know that shit. Why would you say that shit? Like.
He said cash money is an army. I'm a one-man army. And if them niggas coming for me, I'm going out like Tony.
Gotcha. Scarface, the last scene in Scarface. Yeah.
But he also said, I don't want no problems. He said, I don't want no problems. I just want my money. So everybody caught on like, oh, you owe him. And then a couple months, like 2 or 3 months after he dropped the mixtape, you heard TMZ and all like he's suing Birdman because Birdman owed him for albums. And then that was when everybody was like, oh.
If you give the police information and their reaction is, oh my God, oh, we missed that, I can't believe we missed that Tony Montana, oh yeah, Scarface, oh yeah. You shouldn't be telling them that information. That right there is the only proof you need.
I ain't gonna count that is a little wild though, like shit. Is that considered snitching though? I mean, you is kind of stirring them in the right direction. But that's a little iffy though.
But you shouldn't be telling them. If they're
I ain't saying it ain't. I ain't saying it is.
You just messed up badly. Young Thug shouldn't have brought Birdman up, not one bit.
Facts, he shouldn't.
And Young Thug knew Birdman was a suspect in his Lil Wayne tour bus shooting.
Facts.
It's public information. In the Cobb County paperwork, they accused Young Thug and Birdman, all right? They allege that Young Thug and Birdman were involved in orchestrating the shooting of Lil Wayne's tour bus. Young Thug and Birdman. Young Thug does an interrogation, essentially putting it all on Birdman, letting them folks know Lil Wayne did say Birdman got an army,
no,
and if they come for him, he's gonna go out like Scarface. Why are you telling the police this?
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Now, if you also pay attention, the driver of Lil Wayne's tour bus actually sued Birdman. He sued Birdman for this shooting. That's how well known Birdman's involvement in this was. So bringing Birdman up to the police at all is kind of crazy. But it didn't stop there. Young Thug also told the police that PeeWee Roscoe sold Lil Wayne drugs.
This motherfucker Wayne from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. This nigga in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? So weird. This nigga now shot at this nigga to us. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck. They said Roscoe, but I don't know. I ain't finna.
Nigga, did he just say they said Roscoe did it? When was this out? Was this before? When did he say this? Was this before Roscoe got locked up for the shooting, or was this after? Even if before or after, nigga, like you still giving a name like whoa, nigga, ain't no way. Young Thug. Come on, man.
I don't want to like block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. You know Roscoe?
What? Oh my goodness. Young Thug. No way, bro. This is crazy. Like, ain't no way. Bro, I mean, this is not a bad look. I don't know like the whole situation. I don't even know what's going on with the whole situation. I just know what's in front of me right now. You feel me? So, like, you giving them a name, you stirring them in the right direction. Then you say, they said Roscoe did it, and knowing Roscoe, man, that man, like that's even crazy to say. Like, you mentioned this nigga.
That fool, you know, like you shot at somebody, bro. But I don't fuck, cause every day niggas broke fuck off. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
There's a lot more instances in that 2-hour interrogation footage, but just off of these 2 clips, people are on social media calling Young Thug a rat. They going crazy, bro. Young Thug public perception or reputation has been permanently ruined, and I don't care what y'all say, bro. Young Thug can't pop it no more as if he's Rat K. Yo, that era is over with, bro. He can't pop it as if he's Rat K, bro. He can't pop it as if he's like the symbol for what a real street ninja is. That's not the case. Young Thug standard, Lil Durk standard, and everybody else's standard has always been, when you in the police presence, you're quiet.
Facts.
Thug said a little too much.
He said
now,
too much.
From my perspective, the common sense, the gainfully employed perspective, I wouldn't consider that snitching. But from Young Thug's criteria for what snitching is, by his own criteria, he's a rat. Now, Young Thug...
I mean, that's kind of hard to defend, bro. That's what it's looking like, bro. It look like you snitched, bro. Like, this is crazy, bro. No way Young Thug did that.
They decided to go on social media to respond back to this. I don't know why, because all it did was make him look a little bit more crazy and guilty. But you could tell Young Thug and his team is absolutely panicking. They even started to throw out like conspiracy theories as if like there's like a collusion to make Young Thug look like a rat. Young Thug's reasoning for why he's not a rat is apparently because they didn't play his interrogation video in court. He says they didn't play it because he helped his brother. Hashtag
no. Duh, that's not even a good excuse, nigga. That's like, bro, nigga, because from my understanding, they didn't play Gunna shit in your case. They didn't use Gunna, like, what he said or anything in your case. So it's like, did Gunna really rat? I mean, he did, but it's like, it looked like you ratted too, my guy. Like, I don't know, man. Damn, Thug.
Where? You know who interrogation video they didn't play in court? You know who interrogation video they didn't use against Young Thug? You know who Young Thug is still calling a rat? You guessed it, Gunna.
So as the defense team over there for Yak Gotti, you don't see an issue with Gunna saying that this is a game?
I'm not happy that he said it, but you know what? I can explain that to the jury. And his lawyer knows I can explain that to the jury.
Mm-hmm.
And we did, over and over again. Max and I, everybody.
Right.
We all explained it to the jury.
Yeah.
And you know what? The jury understood. So what Gunna did didn't hurt us at all. Didn't hurt us at all.
Wow. That's a heavy statement.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm saying it because it's true.
Right.
He didn't hurt us.
And you played in between the whistles, so you know. You know?
I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
Look, that entire trial, that 2-year trial, nothing Gunna said ever came up before the jury. So how can his plea have hurt me?
Wow.
Have hurt Yak?
Yeah.
It didn't.
What Gunna said never even made it to the jury. It never got in front of a jury never heard it. But somehow Young Thug came home from jail and all he's done is call Gunna a rat, diss Gunna on Twitter, make Gunna out to be public enemy number one, as if Gunna like went to that court, took the stand against him. So this criteria cannot exist differently for different people. The criteria must be the same. If the criteria is not snitching, if it wasn't used against you, then Gunna ain't snitch. If the criteria is, if you talk to them folks and tell them information and use a rat, then it looks like Thug, you might be a rat by your own criteria. Now, other people who Young Thug has also pissed off since he's been home, they've spoken out against Young Thug since the situation has happened. You have YSL Mondo. He made a video, and he has called Young Thug a rat officially.
A nigga beat him up, a Rico. Nigga come home, still talking about, oh, nigga rat, nigga. Bro, that's God. That ain't nothing but God biting you back in your ass. Because you probably been thankful that you just beat a life sentence and a Rico and came home and minded your business and been humble. But instead, you still coming out pushing the rat narrative, bro, and all that, this, that, and the third. Now look, he came back and bought your bitch in the ass. That ain't the key. The thing is, too, though, he brainwashed people. He still got motherfuckers on his bitch talking about, and you haven't heard what y'all own either. You got motherfuckers talking about AI. He did that and the third. And, oh, he ain't rat on nobody. Bro, if you sit down with 12 and bust out and say these words, if y'all talking about a nigga like Gunna ratted from saying, yes, ma'am, you mean to tell me this not making a nigga a rat by saying, it said Roscoe shot the bus up. And then a nigga like Roscoe did 10 years behind this shit. And you just got on the internet talking about a nigga didn't rat on you? Boy, your ass for brainwash is sickening. Y'all niggas get daddy figures.
Damn, so the Roscoe nigga said Young Thug didn't snitch on him? So what the fuck going on? That shit weird, bro, because it's like, man, but what it's saying, I don't, like I said, I don't know if that interrogation was even before or after he got locked up, but it's like, even still, nigga, like, you weren't even supposed to say that shit, so it's really kind of like, you snitch, bro, like.
Sitting back waiting on something good, waiting on something to happen, like, yeah, I'm gonna stick around, maybe get something out of it, something did that in life.
I'm not surprised that PeeWee Roscoe, the man that Thug was talking about in his interrogation with the police, I'm not surprised not one bit that he's online telling people that Thug ain't right. I'm not surprised not one bit. What else would he do? What other option do he have? I'm sure Thug is paying his bills. I'm sure Thug is looking out. Yo, PeeWee Roscoe is a multi-felon, don't have any life skills, don't have a trade, he's not a rapper, don't really have a career that we can look at as a viable option to pay his bills. What other option do he have but to ride Young Thug's coattail and have Young Thug pay his bills? You come out and try to stand on principles and stand on morals and stand on integrity and say, yeah, Young Thug ratted on me, bruh. Back to the homeless shelter you go. It's over with for you. Over with. But PeeWee, not only did he come out to try to defend Young Thug, he then tried to divert the attention to other Atlanta people, claiming the only rats out there is Rollo, YSL Duke, and Gunna.
We're gonna go and put it on the table. Yeah, man. He said my name, you already told him. Yo, Roscoe won't do nothing like that. Yo, Roscoe sell him weed. Roscoe, yada, nah, man. Come on, man. He ain't never put me on the scene or no crime or attachment to no crime. If anything, he helped me. That could have cost me him. So come on, man. Y'all got to be crazy. That, you feel what I'm saying? Nah, man. A rat is that shit. Now, like, you see what's going on. You can't buy me. You can't pay me. Come on, man. I'm just like this Infinity. Third eye open, man. You feel what I'm saying? Well connected. Open to respect it. My mama couldn't do that in that shit, done. You feel what I'm saying? You know how good it feel, nigga? Say I told, I stole, I rolled. You know what I'm saying? They said everything about the P. You know what I'm saying? I turned them up to a G. Come on, man. No, selective politics, what y'all doing? Why 6ix9ine ain't no good? Y'all hanging with Gunna, Boston Richie, all these red ass in the game, you feel what I'm saying? That on road and told, ain't got on the stand with on demand. Yeah, that ain't, come on, bro. I'm looking at him every day. Y'all letting it on the stand and say he tricking. I ain't nothing tricking about that, man. Come on, man. I love you, Jeffrey. You kept it overly real. Out of 30 months. And only one I can look in the eye, you know, by law, you my only co-defendant, man. Come on, man. We still here with no tip, man. Made you strong without a bruise. Now I see the world is totally confused. Come on, man. I'm gonna get into your raw as an oyster, man, on the shore. You dig what I'm saying? Not in the water, but that living. Yeah. Hey, don't Ross Carver tomorrow, we're going up. The paperwork part, it really been too long. I'm gonna show you, no, Thug ain't no snitch. I'm gonna show y'all what snitch is tomorrow. I'm gonna show you in black and white with no spot. If y'all saying Sergio good, this person good, why 6ix9ine ain't good? Go do a song with him. Y'all might well all rack up as the rap commodity. Yeah, that's elected politics. Waking up every day, worry about what Jeffrey Lamar Williams doing, Spire, Scooty. Come on, man.
A lot of y'all gotta understand this as
bro, that ain't even make sense for real. I mean, I get what he was saying, but
in the streets. Ain't no rules.
That don't make sense.
Listen, man, street dudes been selling out the streets for a bag for a while now. And this is just another occurrence of the streets selling out their morals and principles for a bag. Of course, what Young Thug did was bad. But of course, PeeWee can't say that. It's the same way. Hey, bruh, a lot of rappers go to, like these gang-filled areas like the West Coast and other places, and they never shot nobody, never did no dirt with them, didn't grow up with these people, but they get to join the gang because they got the bag. This is what's going on. Now, he's talking about black and white. You know what's black and white? Young Thug, at the end of the interview, telling the police, hey, I'm ready to tell y'all whatever and talk to y'all and give y'all more information. Here's my personal cell phone number, but please, 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 whatever I tell you.
Bro, no way he said that shit. He did not say that, bro. If he said that, like, bro, this is bad, nigga. Like, you not supposed to say anything, bro. Like, you not supposed to say anything. And you talking about you gonna get him your personal number? That's crazy.
You can't make it public. That's bad.
Yes, sir.
Promises. Make promises. Just keep promises. Whatever anytime you ever think you want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. But don't tell the world. What you want with it? Yes, you can.
Hey. I don't have your number.
Well, give it to me. If you ain't give it to her,
Young Thug telling them that.
Bro, that is crazy. Nigga, you really can't. I mean, he probably at that point he probably was trying to like say that just to say that to get up out of there on some shit. But it's like even just saying that it's still crazy, bro. Like nigga, like he probably did like answer that call when they called his ass on some shit. Like, hey, bro, hit me out with this. But ain't no telling, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't even know what to say about this shit. It's crazy. Like, it really just seemed like he snitched for real though. And then the nigga Roscoe trying to take up for him, and then he talking about something. Thug talking about it ain't being used against him. But it's like, nigga, still, it's like you still giving them names and just saying too much. Like, come on,
Even
man.
worse, once you take into the account that Young Thug has been accused in the past by a really reputable First 48 detective, David Quinn. He was accused by David Quinn of getting in the back of David Quinn's car, giving information about a murder off the record. And when David Quinn and the prosecutors try to bring David Quinn on the stand to testify, Young Thug attorneys tried their hardest, filed I don't know how many motions to make sure that David Quinn don't get to testify.
See, that right there is crazy. If he did that, like, he's definitely a snitch. Like, he is a snitch regardless. Oh, like that, he's snitched. But it's like, if that's true, like they got audio and video in the back of that police car, so it's like ain't no really off the record. I don't even think they can turn those cameras off in the car. So it's like it got to be a video somewhere in the audio. If they get that, that's crazy.
At the paperwork that I'm looking at currently, you will see that Young Thug and his team of attorneys says, yo, he's not telling the truth, Judge. Judge, he's not telling the truth, Judge. He shouldn't be able to testify because he's not telling the truth. But now that we look or we hear footage of Young Thug telling the detectives, here's my personal cell. Please just promise whatever I tell you, you won't make it public. Do you believe that Detective David Quinn would put his reputation at line, especially when he was like a famous detective from TV? You think he's putting his reputation at line to lie on Young Thug? But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do y'all think? Y'all think Young Thug told? Y'all think Young Thug is...
I ain't gonna cap. That's wild. That's wild. Do y'all just let me know in my comment section, do y'all think Thug told? I think he did. I ain't gonna cap. But it's like, I really don't know like the whole situation for real. I know like back in the day I heard about Lil Wayne's like tour bus getting shot up or whatever, but it's like all this that's coming out now, like even like the situation with all that with him, Birdman, Thug, I really didn't know what was going on for real. But it's like it's not looking bad for Young Thug, bro. It really just looked like he told. That was look like, bro. But y'all let me know in the comments, man.